Coming up, Starbucks or Starnobles, Judgment Day at Twitter, and voting issues for vets. But right now, honor first, coffee second. Welcome to The Rift. I'm your host, Cale Brennan. Let's get into the first story. Starbucks or Starnobles. The other day I was at Barnes & Noble with my daughter, and so we were just kind of perusing around, and then we said, hey, let's go get some coffee. So we went over and got some coffee. It's like, well, it's Starbucks, and it's been a while since I've been to a Starbucks in Barnes & Noble. And but I had my app, so I got the Starbucks app out, and we ordered our drinks, and then I pulled the app up, and it's like, oh, we don't take that. Okay, but you're Starbucks in a Barnes and Noble. Yeah, we don't accept that. If you had a Barnes and Noble card, we'd accept that at a Starbucks, but we don't accept that. I just think that is ridiculous. And then you have other situations like grocery stores like Albertson, Harris Teeter, and Kroger's. They accept the app, the Starbucks app, but they don't give you the rewards for like a food or drink item. So if you got a free food or you got 250 or 150 points, you can't use the QR code to get the free stuff. But on those, like grocery stores, they give you the points. So you can compile points, I guess. I think this is totally wrong. These guys have got to get their act together on this stuff. Now, one other thing before we get off Starbucks, though, real quick. Something I want to point out, and I've asked some of the baristas there from all over the country, okay? I've asked them, and I said, no, this is... It's kind of gross, but I'm going to show you my cup here. So they don't do this anymore. Look at this. This is kind of gross, I know. But so you have all this like chocolate. I ordered a mocha the other day, but they don't do the stir anymore. So it's like, usually you order the drink, they put the espresso in, they froth the milk, they drop the milk in, and then they give it a stir before they put the lid on. Now, they don't do the stir. It has been taken out. And I've asked many baristas, how come you guys don't do that anymore? And it's like, well, it's a sanitary issue. And after COVID, this is why we don't do it and stuff like that. You have the washing utensil and the washing rack right there. Just do the stir. It prolongs and like with a caramel or macchiato or anything like that, it just stirs it up, mixes it up right. I mean, it's ridiculous. Anyways, let's get on to the next one. The Twitter takeover of Elon Musk, by Elon Musk. Did you hear that? No, I heard something.
It has begun!
Well, that's right. Friday was Judgment Day at Twitter headquarters. And Musk began with extreme prejudice, okay? Firing top leadership, including Parag Agrawal, so he fired that guy, CFO Neg Seelig, and General Counsel Sean Edgett. I don't know, that's quite a last name there, Sean. Musk also fired Vijaya Gadde. Now, you might remember her. She's the head of legal policy and trust at Twitter. Well, no more. I mean, that whole title of what she is, I mean, that's just a joke right there. But if you recall, she was the one that removed Donald Trump and suspended so many conservatives for misinformation during the 2020 election. I tell you what, it looks like Elon is off to a great start. And Musk also tweeted that Friday, along with the bird is free. I mean, I love that. And I mean, his trolling was just quite crazy that day, anyways. I would say, though, to Musk, please release the accounts of Donald Trump, Project Veritas, and most definitely the Babylon Bee. You got to release those guys. They do some funny stuff. If there's anyone else I forgot, just please let me know, and I'll definitely send the message to Musk. You know, I also want to say I'm glad I waited to cover this because, I mean, the leftist birds are already chirping about leaving the platform. It's not free speech anymore. I'm not going anywhere. Let Elon Musk personally remove me. You know what? I hope Elon Musk moves the Twitter headquarters out of San Francisco because, you know, there was a hammer attack over the weekend. I don't know if you heard that. Who knows? Maybe he'll move it to Texas or something. But let me go back real quick to the sycophants on the left. I don't want him to remove you. But if you stay, I want you to know for a fact that your stats will definitely change. I've been following some of these leftist pundits already, and I noticed their numbers dropping, okay? So tell me, you have some individuals that I've been checking on. They have like a couple 100,000 followers, okay? And they put out a tweet and they only get 8 to 12,000 likes. These numbers now, I mean, whereas before they were getting anywhere from probably 30 to like 60,000, maybe even up to 80,000, okay, likes. But now they're only like getting their real numbers, the 8 to 12,000. And again, these numbers clearly don't add up. It sounds like they actually have, as far as buffing up their followers, a bunch of bots to me. So Elon, if you're out there, you still got some more work on this subject. So now let's talk about the headlines from the mainstream media after Musk took over. And you know what? They're really not very nice. So I'll read a few of them here for you. So Twitter trolls bombard platform after Elon Musk takeover. That's from The Guardian. Elon Musk takeover sparks rise in N-word being used on Twitter. That's The Street. Twitter battles hateful trolling campaign following Elon Musk takeover. That's The Verge. You know, I mean, they used to have some really good content, and I used to go to that page. I guess I won't be going to that page anymore. Here's a couple other ones. Musk has owned Twitter under a week, and big names are already leaving the platform, complaining about hate surge and calling for tighter regulations. That's in Fortune. Yahoo News says Twitter was targeted by coordinated trolling campaigns following Musk takeover. You know, I mean, it looks like they all got their DNC talking points for their headlines. I mean, any of them, you know, can you just write an original story? I mean, maybe about the good side, you know, the bird is free, you know, Musk takes over, Elon Musk makes some changes, you know, not this hateful rhetoric of a headline. But of course you guys can't. Yeah, I mean, they only want to see Musk fail in this endeavor. But you know what? When these people are driving home in their Teslas, Elon Musk is getting the last laugh. All right. So let's go to vets, values, and votes. So this past week, Task and Purpose had an article out. It said healthcare, the economy, reproductive rights. What matters most to veterans in the midterm election? It's written by Jeff Schogel. They even given him top honors on the page. It's if you go there to Task and Purpose, I think it's still up on the carousel, so you can still see it. But by the end of his article there, you can truly see where he lies on certain issues. Definitely. Jeff Schlegel, he is the senior Pentagon reporter with Task and Purpose, and he's never been in the service, at least as far as my knowledge of what I saw. Yet he reports on the Defense Department as a whole and individual services covering topics like policy, military justice, deployments, and technology. So that's what it says he does. Okay. The story at the beginning has some pretty solid points, like ensuring that elected leaders provide veterans with health care and benefits they deserve. I mean, all that, look, I think it's pretty good. But then he goes, he interviews a VFW guy, and this individual says advocates for veterans to be taken care of when they return home from their deployments. That means ensuring the National Guardsmen and reservists still have their jobs after their mobilization. Again, all good stuff at the beginning, at the bulk load of this article, okay? Really, but I mean, when I think about the Guards and Reservemen, though, and I'm being serious, but what he doesn't talk about, and something I'm going through right now, okay, is that over 19,000 service members from Guard and Reserve do not have their job, thanks to the Department of Defense 2021 COVID-19 mandate. They still don't have their jobs. There are a few that managed to hang on and that they did, manage to keep, or certain injunctions by federal courts have abstained some of the decisions. But there are individuals out there that just blanket kicked out, depending upon what state you're in and stuff like that. And he didn't discuss that. And, to compound it, at least in my case, okay, I was denied my request for a disability due to my tinnitus, which I do have. I've been around aircrafts for over 25 years. I also have a bum knee for my choices of being in the military and working on, in, and around airframes all these years. I didn't see anything addressing that, okay, in this article. But coming back to this, so after a solid start, okay, then he does talk about benefits with the VA and voting for representatives who will listen, or, those who are willing to advocate and sustain the VA. So therefore that's fine, okay? But his tendencies began to show, along with the quagmire of leftist talking points from Ukraine funding, women in the military, abortion, and LGBT rights. Jeff, if you want to take a look at stats here, okay? And I mean, this is a big portion of the article that he goes into in the body. And then as he comes out near the conclusion, he's talking about. If you want to take a look at the stats, though, 2.3 million service members are out there, and nearly 80% of them are male. The population of females in service is 8 and 9% in the Marines, officers enlisted respectively, 23% and 13%. That's the high end, that's the Coast Guard, officers enlisted, same places respectively. So, I mean, who are you talking to here, Jeff? The article then on, certain points panders to females, and there's no denying these numbers at all. The numbers that I just given to you, and the service members that are in, and veterans as well too. I mean, you can go look them up for yourself. They are by the Council of Foreign Relations, and the data is from 2018 to 2020. Okay. Jeff says at the beginning of the article, a unique set of concerns that Americans who have not served in the military may neither understand or appreciate. That's what he says. Well, Jeff, you know what? It's clearly apparent to me that you haven't done enough research on what veterans are looking for. What about inflation, grocery prices? Do you even understand right now, as the interest rates continue to rise, middle-class families are losing a foothold of even owning a home? According to this article, no, you don't. You don't understand, Jeff. But you know what, Jeff? I don't believe you have the best intentions in this article for military service members or veterans. Maybe, just maybe, you should step outside that DC bubble from time to time. Or don't. But your article to me seems just like a bunch of hocus pocus. Well, that's it for this edition of The Rift. We'll see you next time.